Good morning, everybody.
Well, hello there and welcome in, everybody.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yes, let me tell you, it was a quick decision that we had been working on over the weekend. And we said, no, we'll just wait till the time is right and the atmosphere is right. We'll do this pop up when we get to Dallas.
Pop, pop,
Pop it up.
pop, pop.
So, what happened was we decided this morning, I decided when I saw everybody going live that was taking a day off, Eddie, and Can't Stop Walking, Darian. I saw him. And see, he was having technical issues, but I still stayed with Darian throughout the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went over to Eric, who was also live. Oh man, Tam Tam was live. The Brits are here or something were live. They stay in Florida.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been up for a while.
I've been up since 3:00. 3:00. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed before 9 last night. And
I stayed up.
I did not. But what do y'all think about this flag flying? I think that's the cutest thing ever. Oh, guess what? I was up but not participating in the 10K celebration for Eddie over the weekend, Friday. Then I was Saturday or Friday. When was that? Friday? No, Saturday. Rob went live, and because we missed his live altogether, his 10K. I mean his 1K live, we missed altogether. But speaking of Rob, well, no, I'm not speaking of Rob. I'm thinking about a question because this was so quick that we didn't have time to do this on the poll. If you have a pet like a dog and the dog eats half of a slipper or chew up half of a slipper of someone else that's in your house, do you replace that slipper or not? I need to know that.
Let us know in the chat. Whose responsibility is it to replace the chewed up slipper that the dog chewed up?
And let me tell you, Mike and Rihanna, I really love the balloons, the hot air balloons. This morning, the Brits that live in Florida, and that's not their real channel name, but that's part of their name because I can't remember what their real name is. They were out walking, showing us the hot air balloons in their city in Florida. So I think that's the best thing ever. I really,
and
really
baby,
do.
what's this flag all about today? Normally we got, waves moving behind us. We're talking about cruising and, it's got the nice little sunset or sunrise, whatever it was. But what is the deal with this flag happening? Why do we have this flag up?
Okay, this flag means a lot to me and my family because I've had a cousin that passed in the military. His name was Tyrone. That was the first time that I had been to a funeral where they shoot the guns. That was so.
That 21 gun salute will get you right here.
Phil messes with me. My aunt, her boyfriend died when I was a little bitty girl. And he was in Vietnam. And he died. I remember how everybody felt because that was the love of her life, His name was Rufus. I remember that, to this day. I don't know many people that have passed on in the military active duty other than those two people. So if you know somebody that have passed in the military. Write their names down,
Mhm.
remember them, in our chat.
That's what today is all about, ladies and gentlemen. However, this show is all about what? What are we doing?
Oh my God.
Is this go live together? Because it's
No.
8 a.m.
No.
Central Standard Time for those of you that have been paying attention to the time.
It's not.
This is our time slot. I feel like let's do this.
No.
Oh,
it's not your segment.
Wow.
It's still mine. I'm still taking it back.
Oh, this is a special edition.
I'm taking it back.
We have open segment time. There's no segments for this show.
There aren't any, but I still like to say what I need to say first. And then I'm going to reel it in. Okay, I'm going to make it all come together in a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm going to make it all come together. For those of you that thought we weren't going like we weren't, nope. We're going to go to the beach. This is why I'm dressed the way I am, We're going to the beach. We might take the picnic basket and eat down there. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. Haven't said nothing to anybody other than I want to go get some crowded footage of what Galveston looks like
on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day. It's going to be crazy. And
dash cam footage?
We're trying to figure out, are we going to do East Beach? We're not going to do Jamaica Beach because there's nothing really going on down there unless you live on Jamaica Beach.
Plus, we won't be able to get the car out of there.
Well,
it's slippery.
Yeah, whatever. It didn't rain.
We need concrete.
Well, it didn't rain.
We need to stay on concrete.
It didn't rain though. But not sure, and then it depends if there's a cruise ship in. We'll go down there and show y'all footage of the cruise ship leaving Galveston, going out the channel. But anyway, so Eddie went a long time because I said, this is what I said to make it good. I said, I wonder if Eddie is up and if he's going live. And I got up and got my phone and I said, he's going live.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow. And then, because he was going live the same time as Can't Stop Walking.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, let me go over there and see if Can't Stop Walking because it's a holiday and I know he should be at home. Can't Stop Walking. So I had Eddie on the TV, Can't Stop right on the phone. And I said, man, everybody is going live. They said they were going to be off today.
So you mean to tell me I tossed and turned for 4 hours?
Yes, you did.
Wow.
I was up at 3:00. Just a yogi doing burpees in his basement. Eric, he was up.
That's what's up.
Figured me out. I can remember that long title, but I can't remember, the Brits. They got a little short thing, and I don't know what it was, but they went live. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this?
Yes.
Okay, well,
I didn't hit the button.
Right.
Oh, guess what?
Let's do this.
Controversial that they talked about packing in Alaska, and I said, I'll never know. Because we are trying to, I've given up trying to get to Alaska. I have tried with failedness. It's not a word. With failed attempts. And guess what? I'm not going to Alaska. This is right here.
You got a thumbs up?
Yeah, right here. It's not going. Let me tell you why. Bears. And then, but then somebody told you about a
seaplane. You can as an excursion, you can get in a seaplane and go see all of the wildlife. So it's not just about bears. It's about, getting above the whales and the moose and elk or, whatever.
Are you scared of whales?
No.
That's why.
They're in the water and they're not coming on land to get me.
But our granddaughter, she went on a trip when her baby was like 1 year old, and she went out and ventured. She's a nature person.
Mm-hmm.
And Nene, I'm talking about you. And she took her baby in the stroller and they were up there, up
Boston.
yeah, somewhere like that.
In Boston.
And guess what? On this trail, she saw a buck with horns. And guess what? She stopped, the buck stopped. He looked at her, she looked at him. She turned around and ran. And then I looked it up, because somebody had told her, if you see one, they're not going to bother you. I looked it up because, I'm a Google person, they will do something to you if they're in mating, in heat, or whatever, and they think they're being threatened, they will attack you, So anyway, there you go. That's my spiel on wild animals. You're not going to Alaska, but you will get in the seaplane because...
No, I'll go to Alaska. I just want to get in the seaplane to see all of the wildlife from a safe distance.
Or whatever.
Whatever.
So, you're going to welcome people in before we get started and tell them what the show is about.
I am. Good morning. And welcome into Then and Now from First Timer to Cruise Pros live with Jeremy and Sheryl. This is a special edition of our live show. We put this concept together a couple of days ago, and we wanted to share with you guys our cruise experiences from our first cruise all the way up to the one that we got coming up. So
from the restart, not the first, because I cruised before.
Our first one together. Yeah, our cruise experience together. So with no further ado, I would like to welcome in the hashtag team replay. I know there's going to be a lot of you guys be like, what? Okay, let's see what this is all about. So welcome in, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry we missed you. But thank you definitely for coming back and checking out the show. Leave a like while you're here and leave us 3 green hearts in the comments section. That way we know that you at least showed up for the replay. But for those of you that have came in to the live stream, good morning and welcome in Controversial Cruising. Good morning and welcome in. And yeah, Mike, we weren't going to go live.
Reinforcements have arrived from the north.
And she was talking about doing this live from the road, and I got like deer in headlights look. So, and she was like, she wanted all these graphics and videos to play. And I'm like, no, we can't do this on the road. So we have to do it here. And this is why we're live today. But thank you so much for coming in. Welcome. We also have a Conscious Cruiser raid. Hello. Welcome in.
Hey,
Reality Check has made it in.
Hey,
good morning.
Man.
Welcome in.
Good morning.
Yes. We also got Texas Cruiser who is checking into us from around our back door over here. That's right, baby. Texas. Love the flag. Yes, I do.
I do too. It's waving.
Too.
Like when you're driving from Dallas back to Houston, back to Galveston, and you're going through Houston, they have these huge flags.
Real big.
That are around car lots and other buildings. And that flag.
It's about as big as an 18-wheeler. I'm for real.
It's flag is
big.
And it's waving.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, it's beautiful. Every time,
Yep.
And it's something about this flag when it's waving.
Everything is big in Texas, including the American flag. We fly it big, long, and proud here.
And if you haven't connected to Reality Check, that is Rihanna's new that's Rihanna from Mike and Rihanna.
Yeah, they're
both
both
that's her channel.
Yep. Be sure to drop your link while you're in here, and she did.
Okay.
Yep. Adventures with Uncle Dave has made it in. Good morning.
Yes.
Welcome in.
Good morning.
In the great state of Louisiana. That's right. Ooh, look, CCA, Carnival Cruise Addicts caught a morning show.
Morning.
Hello.
Good
Welcome
morning.
in. This is not your standard morning show that you've been hearing about.
We just said so because everybody we knew was going live, and we said,
right.
Man, they said they were going to take off.
But they didn't.
And so
Adventures with Uncle Dave says military honors funerals are heart-wrenching. Yes, they are.
Uncle Dave. And the first one, like I said, was my cousin. And the guns that they did at the cemetery, and to hear his mom, my cousin, cry out. I still feel that. I do. I can't. It's down deep in my soul. I can still hear her.
They'll break you down.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
Scotty J Travels has made it in. Whoop whoop. Yes.
I really want to.
He says, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
We're here. Thank you for catching the morning show. Eddie is live. I'm so confused. Look at this. Yep. Everyone is sleeping in today. Not her. She went to bed.
Looking at people, catching up on videos that I didn't see.
Look at this. What are y'all doing to Sheryl? My brain hurts.
Welcome to my world, Scott.
Right. We woke up to everybody on live. It was crazy. Yes, Texas Cruiser, you are more than welcome to post on our page. That's why they're there.
That's why it's there.
Yes.
I want you to
post your content, post your photos, especially the ones.
Post anything.
The ones of the new MSC terminal. We are relying on you to, now that I noticed that you're sharing them a little more regularly.
And we like that footage that when you were up high downtown. Well,
for the MSC, for the MSC cruise terminal, definitely keep sharing your pictures of that there, because I know that there's a lot of MSC fans that are going to want to see that. Yep. Oh, look, Nettie and JT has made it in.
Good morning. Do you have a margarita in your hand, Nettie? I know. I be reading your comments.
She's at the beach with us. Enjoy your day at the beach.
I be reading your comments on Wednesday night with Scotty J Travels. You're a margarita type person.
And look, Converse Cruising says, I got to work today. Maybe we can go play bingo later if everyone is bored.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on. Let's do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see.
Whose birthday is it?
I think it is Uncle Dave's birthday. Hey, we got a birthday song for you.
Yes. Done. And he said that in the chat. He said he normally don't promote his birthday, but he's having one Monday today.
Oh, you're not getting away with it with us.
Right.
Yep. Nettie and JT says, we saw a buck with horns in our backyard last year. Chicago, south suburbs. Wildlife is everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm telling you. Oof. It's everywhere.
And they got a rat problem in somewhere. It's eating the engines of the cars.
It was Georgia.
Maybe. I'm not sure, but they got a lot. Boo. That was on the wrong channel. Yeah. Anthony on the Move has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in.
Winner of the go-kart race in next year.
4.0. Oh, look, Kelly made it in. I bring it every day.
Good morning.
We got a different crowd today.
Well, it's Monday and it's a holiday.
I know that we should do holidays more.
We don't. We're not. We just did it because everybody else was doing it.
So this is where everybody is at. Yes. We are here.
Yes.
Nettie and JT says, I love a margarita, but it's too early right now.
Okay, because I'll be reading everybody's comments in Scotty J's live stream on Wednesday night. Because he'll say, what is everybody drinking? And everybody be putting what they drinking down. So
we got progress.
Yeah.
We got progress.
I'll be booking my hotel soon for November's cruise.
Okay. Hashtag Seascape.
Oh, we're getting close. We're down to the 160s, I think. Alexa, how many days is it from November the 9th?
Sorry, I couldn't find what you're looking for.
I know, baby. How many days is it from November 9th? Oh, wait, she hung up on me.
She did.
Okay.
Hang on one moment.
Sunday, November 9th, 2025 is in 167 days.
Yes, 167. And it's off season. For those of you that are going on the October cruise, it's off season. After Labor Day, the rates go down until Christmas.
Yep.
When Christmas month comes around, that's when the rates shoot back up.
Sometimes they try to jack it up for Thanksgiving, but not as much as Christmas. Christmas is worse than
you have Christmas and New Year's. You have a double whammy,
right.
So they're gonna get that money.
Oh snap! Look who made it in. Foodie's Food Life has made it in. Good morning.
Where's the food?
Look,
Vicky, are you going live today?
I know that's a good question. Mike Arena says, "LOL, don't set everyone's."
Oh wait.
LOL.
Well, nobody says anything when Scotty J set theirs off. He set theirs off every
show,
every Wednesday.
Yep.
Golly, he does.
All right.
Okay. Well, today's show is about then and now. As you know, I was cruising way before I met Jeremy, but then when I met him, and we couldn't cruise in 2020 because of the C word. We don't want to mention that. And so, yeah. And so, in a way, we were on the Vista, but we switched it. And the Vista just sailed on by us while we were down there because there was a big hoopla.
Oh, yeah, July.
If you remember,
July 4th.
Uncle Dave, if you weren't on that Vista when the restart happened down here, we went and we saw Christine Duffy. All the big wigs were down there, somewhere down there at the port, talking about, starting up after the cruise and all of this. And we were down there, we sat down there, and we met a lot of people. But then we didn't get on it. We were on it, but got off of it. A little scared, but we still cruised later that year in 2021.
September 4th.
Yes, we did cruise. And because we didn't get on that cruise, when we changed it, because they were letting people change because of the C word, what we did was we went on a 5-day. And man, we had $400 worth of onboard credit. Okay, you're talking about somebody that don't drink liquor 15 drinks a day. We don't really go to specialty dining. So we really had to use up. So what we did was we went into the casino and played $20 a piece, and then we jacked it up to $25 a piece. And that's what happened. But because I was still under the Carnival Triumph, and that's probably why I overpacked, but I overpacked. And in fact, those duffel bags, I'm gonna tell them about the luggage that you made me throw away when we got back from the cruise. Those duffel bags that are luggage that's got rollers. Well, I had one of those and like 3 other luggages. He had one, and I had the big duffel bag like that on rollers, and 2 other pieces of luggage and stuff. And so he didn't really like that. Do you have something to show about that, about the thing that you were rolling in the in the parking lot? Do you have that?
I don't have that clip isolated, but I do have me dancing on the Lido with
your daughter,
with Wendy, on my first cruise. This is how I got my cruising thing started.
was windy in the swimsuit. Now, she actually can pack in one bag.
Mm-hmm.
She has one outfit for elegant night. The rest of the time, it's swimsuits. Nothing but swimsuits. That is what she packs. Sunglasses, swimsuits, one elegant night, and a bunch of sandals. Now, she's a shoe person too. So, you know, her swimsuit is going to match her sandals or whatever. But yes, that's what she does. And she likes to dance. And they call Jeremy Papa J.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they
She
call
was
him.
dancing and texting at the same time. I don't know. That
And
was
she can
multitasking.
crisscross.
When the crisscross happened, I got confused, and that's why the video cut off.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
'cause
he learned
I
from
didn't do
YouTube. YouTube, and YouTube don't teach you how to crisscross.
Nope.
So, what can you tell Rihanna and Mike about their first time on the ship? You know, what are you going to say to them? Because they need to know. Are they going to dance? Are they going to get up there and shake a tail feather, or what are they going to do?
Well, it's on NCL. I'm not sure that NCL is going to be able to match Carnival's energy, but I'm glad that they're going on NCL because it'll help them ease into the cruising experience a whole lot better, I believe, because I was overwhelmed. I'm like, man, this is a busy party. I said that on,
Yeah, he did. He said it
on the
all
first
the
vlog.
time.
I said, this
He
is
even
our
said
this
it
is
to
a
Cookie,
busy party.
who was the cruise director at the time that we were on, you know, after the restart.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, this is just a busy party.
After the restart, we were at 50%, and it was still so much stuff going on. It overwhelmed me. It really did.
It did.
But Norwegian Cruise Line, we have learned, because we did go from Carnival to Norwegian, is that it's much more laid back, and you kind of have to search for the fun. You don't have to look far. Just go to the atrium at any given time. There's always stuff going on in the atrium. But up on the pool deck, they really want you to relax. So there is a strongman no t-shirt competition. There is there's a little dance party.
Do that? Don't look at me like that.
I didn't want to cook in the Caribbean sun. Yeah. I tend to run away from the sunshine a lot. But the best advice I give first time cruiser going on Norwegian Encore is that, number one, don't go in expecting things to go exactly A through Z like we explain it all the time. These are typical cruise experiences that we normally take you through, but be ready for the rooms not to be ready on time. With NCL, we have learned to let that go and not worry about it. Don't be sitting in the corridors waiting for it either, because it only slows down your time. Wait for the announcement to come on that all the staterooms are ready. Number two, would NCL expect top-notch customer service with people smiling and people being nice to you? They throughout all of the cruise lines both cruise lines that we've been on, our experience with the crew has been very positive one.
Yes.
Except for a few snafus, okay? And also be ready to learn. Be ready to learn a lot of things. Don't go in thinking that you know a lot about a lot, because you have to wait till you get on the ship to learn how a lot of things go. Mm-hmm. Also, take you some very comfortable tie-up, lace-up shoes. That way you can do a lot of walking, because these
won't bother
are huge.
And your feet won't bother you.
Right. Pack sunscreen. Pack sunscreen.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you remember most about your first cruise on Carnival back in 2021? What was the most that you remember that just stood out?
I remember the sound of the engines, because we were low. We had a low floor, and I remember just the sound of the ship whenever you're low, you can hear everything that's going on. Like if they're working on the ship or something like that, you get to hear the banging. But for the most part, it's a hum that cannot be denied. And it's that hum that lulls you to sleep. It's just, it is so calming. That's why I like to be on a low floor. That way you can hear that. It's just a constant churning of the engines. And that's the sound that I like. It also lets me know when we're on the move and when we're stopping. So it's kind of like I was in tune to driving and everything, and you know how vehicles work and how, you know, when they move they make sounds, and whenever they're parked they don't. So if you don't have a window, if you have an interior room, you should get on a lower floor, because then you could hear the ship moving. I don't know. It's just I got wrapped in.
I don't like low floors.
I got wrapped up in the love of the ship. That's what it was.
And it's for me. I'll never forget this. As an experienced cruiser, going with the rookie cruiser. Do you have the clip with you on the phone with guest service?
I do. I do.
I want to talk while they're looking at this clip, because this is a clip that goes with us.
There's audio on the clip.
Oh,
so you can talk afterward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Enjoy.
He's twiddling his fingers, y'all. Still on hold.
Well, hello everybody. I'm on the phone, on the ship phone. We had a wonderful day, wonderful embarkation day. The ship is rocking and rolling, but thank goodness that we took our motion sickness pills early, so I'm not feeling it. But Hannah, she got a little seasick during dinner.
He made all of us take seasick pills before we left to come to the port.
I didn't want to have a rerun. So yeah, that's the deal. The gauntlet was laid down and everybody came out okay. Hannah, she'll be feeling better tomorrow, I imagine. But the reason I'm on this phone right here is because we just now looked at our, you know, available balance of onboard credit, and we ended up with a lot. And in the description column, it says refund on port taxes and fees for all of us. So naturally that added up to like $90-something. And I'm calling down to see what's going on with that.
Who calls when you have a credit?
Okay, here's the deal.
That wasn't our first cruise. Okay, it wasn't. It was more like
that picture,
third or fourth.
Yeah, but that went from our first cruise all the way up to now. We even went on NCL, customer service. Who does that? If you get credit on your ship page,
shipboard account,
who calls to verify that? Not only does he go and call them from the room phone, he also goes down there. Now that I'm a platinum, you know, I've been a platinum for like a year on Carnival. He drags me down there so we don't have to stand in the long line, and he can go up there and ask, what does this mean?
I use her platinum line. Let me explain. Okay. It's shorter, okay, but we've also done some great things at guest services. Okay, I don't want to focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, number one, we booked a cruise from guest services using their phone.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
Yes, we did.
Our Valentine's cruise. That's why we're so hyped about going on Celebration, February the 14th.
They got heart-shaped butter.
They got heart-shaped butter.
Yes, they do.
That drew me in. When cruise addicts said that they were getting together a cruise,
Valentine's Day,
unhinged, also a lot of
ungroup,
and then there's something else. But when they said that, I said, I get to see heart-shaped butter again.
And we're going to get to see Seniors Going Wild Part 2, because it is a Carnival cruise.
And
number two.
And Scott's going to be there.
On the Glory, no. Booze 2.0. Paradise. On the Paradise, we had to go to guest services to check in for our flight. Okay, and the lady at guest services let baby use the phone so that we could check in on our flight. So you can get some good stuff happening down there at guest services. I'm still not opposed to going there.
You should work. He's not opposed. He's telling you the truth because
yeah,
we haven't been on not a cruise that he hasn't went to guest services on or called and then went because he want to hear it from two different people, the same answer. And that is still a rookie move. I'm just saying. Now,
I'm not platinum.
But that's a still.
We got some people that came in the chat before we move on. Okay. Foodie's Food Life says, I'm going live today for 30 minutes. So I went ahead and dropped your link in there. That way everybody can follow. And I believe that is going live at 10 after Eastern. Canadian Family Life has made it in. I think you get hearts. I'm not sure. Hello.
But
good morning.
Tell you, Tiffany did she cooked 2 things.
Chicken wraps.
Yeah. That's his thing. Chicken
wraps.
She did the menu. Baby, no, not today.
No, this is a special edition.
No.
Of the show. So we got to bring in Chicaletta. That's for y'all. Yes. Chicaletta says that.
We're not doing that. No.
Okay. That's for you.
We're not doing that. This is not go live together. We're not doing that. Sorry, Charlie.
Will G made it in.
Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, but those chicken wraps look real good. I was like, ooh, she's making chicken burritos.
I forgot to do Tiffany.
A message from the government of Canada.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm catching up now.
Yes, that was the wobble. It was, but whenever they crisscross, I get lost. I stop dancing and just stand there. That one. Texas Cruiser said, Sheryl is a better dancer than Jeremy. LOL. She is.
I love to dance.
Yep.
I really do.
Reality check. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Happy Memorial Day.
And Star, you have to work on a holiday.
I know, right?
Well, it's holiday for us, not for you.
Okay, they both heading out. We'll catch the rest of the show via the replay. Thank you. Okay. Together We Travel has made it in. Hello.
Will.
Yep.
Good morning.
Look, Controversial Cruising is the outgoing message. If you're working today, press 1. If you're off, press 2.
Oh, wait.
Oh, here's one. Pack your patience. Be patient, guys.
Yes.
They are offloading and unloading, 3,500 people?
Yes, be patient.
Yeah. So it's like
stress that enough.
Be patient.
Yeah.
And kick back and relax.
Yeah.
You know, if you're drinkers, I would suggest getting a drink after you do your muster station. That way it'll help you relax. It's just like flying. You know, you got this anxious thing that you're working on, and you were anxious for your first cruise, and you were, just get rid of that anxiety the best way you can. And don't expect things to move fast or even on schedule or on time.
Speaking of flights, this is not something that we were going to talk about. But speaking of flights, his first flight, because we had to fly to Miami for the celebration cruise. Oh my God. He stood up the entire time until it was time to board the plane. And he paced back and forth because it's been a while since he was in the military and it was flying here and there. But guess what? When he got on board the plane.
Oh, that was on the way to LaGuardia. Yep. It's plastic. JJ's Adventures has made it in. Good morning. Welcome back. Texas Cruiser said, we got port fees credit on Harmony during Hurricane Milton cruise for missing 2 ports. I was okay with that. I went to the duty-free shop and bought several bottles of bourbon.
You know what? And that's what I do. I buy liquor and give it out to our children, not our baby children, but our grown children for Christmas presents. And they appreciate it,
Yep.
And then when they get that white Hennessy, they think, oh man, they died and went to heaven.
Oh snap, look who made a morning show. Your bestie. Alex Lugo
Betsy.
Studio
And
has
she's
made it in.
off
Good
today.
morning.
She's off today, you guys. That's why but Eddie was talking like this morning. He didn't want to wake up Alice.
I know, right?
He was talking like this. And I said,
You were in and out of my consciousness, Eddie.
because I told him in the chat, I'm the only one up, and I gotta do like that,
Look, the chickens were necessary. JJ's Adventure says, so cute. I have chickens.
Oh my God.
Yes, chickens are a good thing. All right, let's see. Thank you, Vicky, for my freedom. I know you're a veteran also. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we are all caught up in the chat again.
Okay, wait.
Hashtag wait.
Yeah, but oh God, this is a good one.
No, we already covered that one.
No, not this one.
Oh, Jesus. I think that's a question for you.
No.
How has your cruise packing list changed over time?
Okay, this is what has happened.
I wish I could put you in the solo layout right now.
I have taken out this bag of jewelry, and I'm not taking it on the MSC. My bag. I know, right, Scott? This is the bag that I'm not
big
taking.
Question.
This is the big question. You're right. I'm not taking this bag. I'm not doing it. I've downsized the jewelry that I take. However, Hannah is taking a big thing of jewelry on the cruise. She's
Yes, she is.
yes, she's taking.
She got a whole backpack full of stuff.
Yeah, and really, I have downsized my jewelry. I have downsized. What else have I downsized?
Not much. Not much of anything. 13 pairs of shoes turned into 15, and 2 outfits per day because it's MSC and we don't know, how the dress code really goes, and we don't want to be out of place. We are packing more and more and more clothes than ever.
So
I can honestly say that our bags are really overweight, but because we're leaving Galveston, it don't matter much.
right. What surprised you the most about cruising then versus now? Like, for instance, when we first started cruising together, we didn't go outside of the port area because we didn't want to miss the ship.
We are not pier runners, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Even it's not how it's changed, it's how it's remained the same for me, because we have what's called a cruise cadence. We do certain things at a certain point during every cruise. Okay. And this is one of them. Whenever we go into port, we are like the first people off the ship. Okay. Like, we try to be the first off the ship, no matter where we are. That way we can make it back in plenty of time. Okay. We have booked twice. We call them excursions, but it's really just a beach day at Paradise Beach. Everybody told us how safe it was and how it's next to Sancho's, and there's taxis running back and forth all day long. So I'm comfortable with doing that because it was tried and proven and all of that. And we go to Cozumel a lot, so naturally we're comfortable with Paradise Beach. We have booked one excursion through the cruise line, which was a hop-on, hop-off bus tour in Jamaica. On Booze 1.0. We went with some creators and stuff, and we hopped off, ate a burger at Margaritaville, and we came on back to the ship. If you want to catch Jeremy and Sheryl on a port day, chances are we're going to be on the ship before 1 o'clock. Okay, we're coming back, and then after that, we're going to Blue Iguana, have a couple of tacos, and then we're going to bed. Because all that walking and the sunshine, I mean, that sun really zaps me in the Caribbean. It does. The only times that we stay longer than 1 o'clock is whenever we're in Key West, and we sit right in front of the ship, right there.
That bench.
It's in sight.
You have the ice cream place
right there on the corner
with the big ice cream cone and ice cream on top. We're right there.
We sit right there in front of that ship. And we did a live stream last time from it.
And we look at that ship. We know if that man is backing up or going forward, we know to get up and go back to the ship.
For real. Yeah, Key West is the one that it holds us.
Yeah.
It holds us. Curacao almost did too, because we walked like across the moving bridge.
Mm-hmm.
We took the ferry back across, but after we walked across the moving bridge, we went all the way to Mickey D's.
Oh,
you know, that's deep within Curacao. So I think we were later than 1 o'clock on that, but that's all part of our cruise cadence. You know, we got to cruise how it works for you. You don't want to miss the ship.
What's your favorite ship so far and why?
My favorite ship so far is the Norwegian Prima, because of the layout, the friendliness of the staff, the speed of the service, and also cruise next. Okay, the NCL has risen to the very top over Excel class from Carnival, because it's the Prima class. It's new. It's got a race car track. You know, there's many things to like on that. And Hannah absolutely loves that wave water slide. That thing just keep on going.
The thing that you lost.
Oh no, those are the dry slides. I lost twice on the dry slides, and also we did get to go down the dry slides. Now, comparatively speaking, I would like to go on an Oasis class with a big dry slide and do it again, but it looks just as bumpy as the Prima. So we'll be going on the Viva on 4.0. It's her sister ship, and I know I'm going to like that one too.
Yes. And my favorite ship, I have several. Carnival Vista, because of the food. The food was a step up. Same menu, but prepared better. The Vista, and then NCL. Every NCL ship I've done has not failed me yet. The crew, we took Elijah on the getaway. Yeah. And when we went down to the cruise next to book another cruise, the Viva, they the cruise, and plus we had went to the VIP party with the captain. So he asked, about, I asked, because we had taken Elijah to the children's thing at that point. So what we did was we asked, and he said, yes, we know about that. We have 3 people trained in his diagnosis. And I said, okay. So that made me feel a little bit better. So we let him go the last day, or the next to the last day of the cruise.
Look who's coming to us from the future. Cruising on the high seas
and travel
has made it into the show. Good morning.
But see,
oh yeah, we asked this question a while ago, but nobody answered.
Oh yeah, I want to ask it again.
Ask the chat again.
What if you have a dog and the dog eats your best friend or your partner or your wife or even a parent's shoe? Chew it up, one of them now. Do you go out and buy another one or another pair of slippers? Just say slippers, that's what it was. Do you go and buy another set of slippers? Or do you just say, wasn't my fault, I didn't do it. But your dog did it. So what do you do? I just need to know.
It's a good question.
What would you do?
Let us know in the chat.
Yes. Rob, do you have anything to put down on this? I don't know if you do or not.
He did. He said, I would say no if they are old.
The old slippers work well, Rob. They feel good to your feet. Hello, high seas. Oh
yeah,
God.
it's just Rick speaking.
Yes.
Yep.
Let me tell you. Then we have done a lot of cruising since the restart. We were one of the ones when it started up. They had policy, wear a mask and all of that. And
our first 3 cruises, we were wearing masks, and we couldn't get much footage because you couldn't hear us. Like we had to take down our mask for you to hear us on the camera. So it wasn't much to begin with, but it was right after we started our channel, and we want to thank all of you for riding with us from the beginning.
Yes. And
oh, look who made it in. It's okay to be a transgender. Hello.
Hey there.
Good morning. And the Cam fam, I caught a part of your live last night.
Yes. Yes. And
Yep.
I'm glad to have been a part of their
Dark theme.
Hey,
We got an answer.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. It's your dog, therefore you're responsible.
Well, there you have it. Not calling out any names, Rob, but that's what I was telling you to do.
Oh my God.
Okay. I want to know this. This is very important for us.
Mm-hmm.
What's your most must-have onboard experience now that you never even thought about back then? That's a good question.
Okay, because I watched a lot of videos before I cruised, I knew about the sail away party. I wanted to make that the cornerstone of all of our cruise vlogs.
It's him.
And at every single sail away party, I'm trying to catch it from like 5 different angles. Okay, so during sail away, you will probably not catch me on the dance floor. You're going to catch me up in the corners or right there in the middle of all the action, getting the best footage that I possibly can for the channel. I believe that is the best way to represent cruising, because I know that besides all of the relaxing and all of the ports and going here, there, and everywhere is the actual onboard experiences. So I would have to say the sail away party. We're mainly Carnival cruisers, so I have to say that.
And see, for me, it's a little bit different, because I've been to most of the ports that we're going to now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more of shopping. I love to peruse the shopping area. I like to just look, and then on the last day or the day before the last day, I'm there looking to see what is going on. I go back, me and Hannah. Oh, she's a shopper. She's really going to go crazy on Princess, because they gave everybody homeboy credit.
A lot.
Yeah. So we like to shop. And Hannah also likes to go to port to shop. And what she says is to Jeremy, but she knows she's got onboard credit this time. And we've been giving her both of them onboard credit when they go on cruises. But this time she's got a lot of onboard credit.
And speaking of cruising, before we move on with the show, before y'all make y'all's way over to Vicky, I wanted to show you the visitor that we have in town today, and it is none other than the Mariner of the Seas. If you are coming into Galveston today to cruise on this beautiful voyage, we are waking up to 85 degrees today with 86% humidity, 22-mile-an-hour winds, and mostly sunny. It's windy out there. That's why it's not 95, okay? Let's just be honest. Then your sail away forecast is as follows. It's not going up anymore. 85 degrees with 81% humidity, 15% precipitation, 16-mile-an-hour winds, and partly cloudy. So that is your sail away forecast for today, and have a great voyage.
Yes. So we talked about that.
But wait, Rob says, I knew you were going to throw me under the bus.
I did.
Will G has been on 21 cruises since the restart.
Oh, see? Yeah.
JJ, yes, they do. They have a sail away party, but a lot of the times it's not up on the pool deck like Carnival has. It's mainly in the atrium. You're going to find a lot of their parties in the atrium. That's been our experience on the Getaway and the Viva so far. Maybe Rob could help us out in the chat.
He's NCL,
he's NCL
all the way.
Yeah.
And he's the one that told us about the cruise next.
Dark Theme says, don't worry about it, Jeremy. Sail away parties are overrated.
They are. They are, I tell you. I mean, you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Okay, here we go. Anthony on the Move says, the dog's owner is responsible. The visitor should always be aware that anything can happen with a pet on the loose.
Yes, man.
Oh, look, the Cam Fam says, did you see the ferry got stuck on a sandbar last night?
No,
I did not. Is
Look.
that our ferry here?
We'll go down there and look.
I don't know, man. The ferry line is going to be like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Mm.
Although we could do a walk on.
Yeah.
Skip the line.
Yeah.
I love our ferry. Yoda's Blessed Life has made it in. Good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
in. Yeah, in Galveston. We, I don't know. We need to look up that
And then
news story.
And then I didn't go. Yeah, I didn't go to the Galveston Talk Facebook
terrible.
page. Yeah,
Imagine if we were on that sucker with the car and the kids. Oof.
it would have been a terrible mistake.
I know. They must have overloaded that sucker. I don't know. How many 18-wheelers were on it?
Right, school buses or something.
Right. Okay, here we go. Cruising on the High Season Travel says more happens in the atrium, but they do have a sail away party on the Lido.
Okay,
That'll work.
we miss it every time
Because we're waiting on luggage. That's another thing too that we learned about NCL. Do not expect your luggage to show up anytime soon after the rooms are ready, when they finally get ready after 2 p.m.
Well, that's just on one. Let me tell you, I got. Oh man, you know how sometimes
She
you
got
have
PTSD behind NCL.
you got people that talk to you and try to smooth things out and all of this. Well, his luggage had arrived. Okay, Miss Packer's luggage had not arrived, and he was going to sleep.
I took a nap. She went out and looked for her bag.
And wait, before he went to sleep, I just got disgusted. I said, "Get up and help
Go
me
get my bag."
look for my luggage. It's on the ship. I just need somebody to help me look for it." And then I finally saw our cabin steward.
No, she did find out, okay, that your cabin steward has to sign for your bag.
Uh-huh. I had to find that. Well, I found that out. And I said, okay. He said, but I'll go and check. And I said, okay, whatever you have to do.
Look at this. Cam Fam, Laner Ferry got stuck at 7 p.m. last night on the sandbar.
Oh, my.
I believe they were finally able to pull it off and get it back around midnight.
Oh, well, see, that would have been okay with me, but it was hot. If it was hot, it wouldn't have worked for me.
It was yesterday.
I
Of
know.
course it was hot. Anthony, move. I
Oh.
napped during sail away.
Say, me too, because sail away means nothing anymore. I've seen dozens.
And Texas Cruiser hits the railing. Look at this. We are busy exploring the ship or on the railing, waving at people on shore during sail away.
Yes.
I'm everywhere.
Yes.
It's okay to be a transgender, says, was channel surfing and just missed Eddie as he was also live. So I'm back here now.
Okay.
Oh my God. And yes, Eddie, we, something happened this morning and
I know, Eddie, it's your fault.
yeah,
It is your fault.
you said you were going to have today off, but then you
Yes.
showed up for work
Yes.
and stayed overtime.
But no, he was there at I'm telling
He
you.
stayed overtime.
No, Eddie was on the same time, Can't Stop Walking, and Tam Tam and everybody was on. Eddie's
Mhm.
coming up, okay.
I
good.
don't know. I don't know
Well,
if he wants to.
Well, he's sending the link, Eddie. But listen, Eddie, this is the thing. You're sending it to, I thought you were sending it to Huddleston. But
If I don't want us to come in, they can too.
right.
An error occurred. Hang on. We got to get this right.
Okay, but anyway, that is why, Eddie. That is really why. Because I said, well,
Nick graduated. Travel with Nick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
great.
graduated.
Good.
Okay, that's good.
Because he wants to be, if you haven't connected with Travel with Nick or Nick J, as he is on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to go over there. He works at Carnival, but before he worked at Carnival, he was a high school student. His content, I tell you, was awesome.
Kathy Bills has made it in. Good morning. I've been listening while busy coloring my gray. LOL. Have a great Memorial Day. You too. Absolutely.
Take that credit.
And look, it's hashtag Eddie's fault. See?
Yeah,
Everybody
it is.
agrees.
It's Eddie's fault.
Yes, it
And
is.
let me tell you. And then when I got up this morning and I saw he was, there he is. Wait.
Hashtag wait.
Wait.
What's up, man?
Wait, he been up ever since I've been up. So y'all can't say nothing about Cheryl not getting no sleep because Eddie woke me up this morning. He woke me up. Yes. And then he did like this. I'm telling you. And I said, because he told us Eddie, Alice was going to be off today. And so while he was live, he was talking like this. And I said, man, I can't
I was tossing and turning all the way through it.
Let me get up a little bit closer to the phone. I had the phone like this, so I wouldn't wake up nobody. I told Eddie, I said, I can't wake nobody up. I can't see you now. You know, I can't see him now because the phone was like this. And I didn't want to wake y'all up because, you know, a quiet house is a good house. So then all of a sudden, Elijah woke up. When Elijah woke up, I said, well, I can turn the TV up a little bit more.
Right.
And that's what I did, you know, because I said, man, he was really good. Sellaway.
So what's the matter for you? What's going on, man? What's up?
I know we were not gonna be out live today, right? So me and Alice, we stay watching TV at about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wait.
So what happens? Last night it's been thundering and lightning all night, so that keeps waking me up. So at 10 to 6 in the morning, my head starts saying coffee, 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 and then my belly says, "Oh, by the way, I'm here too." Like,
right.
I gotta get up. So I get up, go come make coffee and all that. I said, might as well see who's live.
That's
so
what I
put it on.
Same thing.
Put it on, and 1, 2, another person shows up. I say, might as well. Let me.
Yep.
Scott. So I left my life to go to theirs, but I stay running. So I'm in the live and stuff like that, and then Didi shows up on mine. So I went back to mine until now. And then they all kept telling me that Scott about an hour ago says, "Oh, they're live too." I'm like, "Who?" Say, "Oh, Jeremy and Sheryl." I'm like, "What the?"
Yep.
But listen, I did like you. I said, "Who is live? And who's and what are people doing?" I was looking. I went into like.
I had a funny feeling when I saw you in that chat. I said something's not right.
Okay, but the show was planned, but it was planned for later on during the day. But like Vicky's live right now, guys. If y'all want to go join her show, she's going to be on live for about 30 minutes. Now that Eddie's here, we're probably going to be on live for another hour.
Wait, no.
Yes, because Eddie likes to go long. Eddie likes to go long. Okay. Anyway, yes. If you want to go enjoy Vicky's show, we have no problem. Just go check in GLT Raid, even though this is not a GLT show. What we're talking about here today is then and now, from first timers to cruise pros, live with Jeremy and Sheryl. Okay. What is the difference between our first cruise together and our experiences now? Scotty J says Sellaway is always my fave. If Sellaway isn't popping, I already know it's gonna be a womp cruise. Womp. Yep. Million JT says always unpack during Sellaway if our bags are there.
That's what I do.
That's another NCL cruiser.
I've got to unpack.
Yep.
Got to unpack.
Gotta get everything.
Yeah.
Cam Fam would like to be completely unpacked before Sellaway.
See, that's normal.
That's cruise cadence. You know, you got to have all of the things in place in order for you to have a good cruise. And then just look off the balcony at the views.
And that is how we met Have Luggage Will Travel. Because, well, first off, he hit his head on the ceiling fixture. And then they were sitting out back on their balcony. And that's how we came across them, because he was so tall.
The Cam Fam says Sellaway for us always includes pizza and hot chocolate.
Okay. Pizza,
wow.
For sure.
Pizza for sure, but not hot chocolate.
I will not mix both.
Yeah. Will G says, great young man, cruising with him on the Jubilee. We had him here on the show on Cruising Through Life.
Yes,
we did.
And I'm telling you, he's a smart guy, and it's got his eyes set on being a Carnival cruise director. That's what his goal is, and I think he's going to do it.
It's okay to be a transgender, says Eddie. Don't worry. I got your back. It's hashtag Cheryl's fault.
Wait, no.
Always.
Yeah, I think
No.
that's what it is.
Either Cheryl or Scott's.
Yes.
Scott jinxed me. He jinxed me Friday night.
Mm.
He
Yep.
kept saying, "Oh, you'll be live on Monday." Yeah.
He jinxed us because truly, we were. I said when I woke up at 3:00, I said, "Okay, let's just see who's." I saw Tam, the Brits, and all these other people that I never go into their lives. And then come 5:00, I said, Eddie is live.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, well, we might go live, you know.
She was talking about doing this from the road, and I had my deer in headlights look, and she was like, you know what, forget about it, let's go. And it was 7:35, Eddie. I only had 25 minutes to work this together. So it's like I had some things in place because we were going to do this show anyway, but it was supposed to be later on during the day.
Yeah.
Travel, yes. Oisey has made it in. Good morning and welcome to the cruise and travel discussion. If you are a creator here in the chat, please type in the word hashtag creator, and Nightbot will drop your link.
I believe he's from Scott's side.
Nice.
Okay.
And Controversial Cruising says, okay, welcome in GLT fam. Bonus hour.
Wait,
Yeah,
stop. Yeah, that's what it is. A bonus hour.
And thank you for being a part of the hashtag notification squad. If you are not on that squad, please hit that notification bell. That way you can see every time we come on live, because as you can see, we're liable to pop up at any time. Yep. Okay. Adventures with Uncle Dave says, I travel with the smallest suitcase in the set and carry on my bags. No waiting for luggage.
You know, I wish I could do that, but Jeremy's not going to let me.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Jeremy will let you.
No, you are.
If I don't have to handle that humongous bag, I will be okay.
But you're going to have to do it. But see, I get anxiety if my luggage isn't there.
By the time the room's ready, that bag better be out that front door. Otherwise, she's chasing the crew down.
And I'm looking at everybody's bag.
Yep.
Everybody.
That thing, if I seen it, your bag will stand out no matter where it's at.
It will.
It will. And not only that, I bought some handles,
bright orange handles
that you wrap around, and so your whatever this part of palms don't hurt when you're.
You know, she said yours and not mine. Yeah, what? My hands won't hurt. It wasn't the word "my" in there. It was just
your. Came in a set.
I think she's looking at me off of the camera here. You know, she's talking to me right now because I'm doing this back in the bag. And still speaking of packing, Will G, 3 days to Alaska and still not packed.
And Sea Land Journeys this morning on the Country's Cruiser talked about packing. Don't take anything, because this is what Chet said. Chet said, get off the ship in Alaska, and there's a shop that sells jackets for $25.
Chet did say that.
Yeah, he did. So,
but here's what Scott said. Eddie's going to be like 12 hours today. I'm just going to keep hopping from live to live. Yeah,
right. Because you know he got to do the cruise chatter.
And speaking of med cruises, look at this right here. New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus has made it back. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Man, we got a big crowd in here today. We love each and every one of you. Yeah, we really do.
Y'all must not be barbecuing.
Barbecuing and lurking. That'd be a first.
Yeah.
You got another question, though?
Oh, yes. This is for everybody.
And we might be able to loop Eddie into some of these questions, too.
We can, because this last question.
That's right. You joined, good sir.
What's next on your cruise bucket list after November 2025? Eddie.
Well, I have the Helen meetup in March. Then we have the 20th anniversary cruise in June. We also have the 4.0 Viva in October out of Galveston with some crazy people.
Yes.
So, yeah. We got a few things going.
Yes, we do.
Next year already. Without for now. We got some other stuff planned out also. So
yeah. So What do we have? Because I can't remember.
Well, bucket list cruises. The next one for us is naturally the Seascape. Okay. Then we have the Princess Cruise in December, and then 4.0. No. Then Eddie's Cruise, then 4.0.
The 20th anniversary cruise.
Yes. So, but as far as bucket list is concerned, one place I do want to go is Canada, New England. I've been wanting to get out there, and I'm going to do it. I love Canada, New England. I want to do that cruise as well as sail from Puerto Rico down to the Southern Caribbean islands that we normally don't get a chance to go to. St. Kitts, Tortola, St. Martin, all of those ones that we didn't get on ABC. ABC was beautiful, and Curacao has risen to the top right there, even with Key West, as far as our favorite ports are concerned. There's more here in the Caribbean left to explore. And before we leave this region, I would like to get that done. And we found some Puerto Rico cruises that are just out of this world. I love it. And I do want to get on the Epic, the ugly ship. I do. I want to get on that ship because the interior of the ship is what matters to me. And as long as they have an Oceans or a local, I'm good.
Oh, stop.
Hey, man, I need to tell the people about Oceans and the local.
I wish Eddie had never told us about that place.
Whatever.
Because I actually, on the getaway, this is no lie, I actually thought that my cabin was Oceans. We were there so much.
Yes, it was.
Eating chicken wings. Even
I think Elijah has a song about chicken wings.
Even Hannah did chicken wings. I mean, and she's not really a meat person, but she ate those chicken wings.
Try the wings on NCL. They're free. You do not have to pay for them. Unlimited chicken wings, y'all.
Told you.
This is not a drill. The real deal.
I mean, if it came down to, and this is how I feel, we would go on NCL just for the food.
Yes.
Eddie told us about the food, but he didn't really tell us about the food.
It is 100 times better than Carnival.
And I can't even, it's 1,000 times better.
It is.
NCL food is so good.
Look, we got a cruise countdown, 523 days until I get onto the Viva.
Oh, God.
For 4.0.
Yes.
Ooh. Yes. And Controversial Cruising says extra innings and Cheddar is the designated hitter. Oh, yeah. We nicknamed Eddie Cheddar this morning, FYI.
I saw that.
Nice.
I saw that.
I missed that.
Oh, my God. Fucking boludo.
And then, and it was funny because I saw it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it. And then I said, oh, man.
Okay. Texas Cruiser is grilling some bacon wrapped steaks today. Hey, what time we need to be there? For real. We're not just going to the beach today. We're going to hook up with Rick and them?
No, we're going to the beach.
Oh, okay. Will G wants to do the med. We do too.
Okay, let me tell you, Will G. This is
the bucket. Speaking of bucket list cruises,
yeah,
I know y'all two have something to talk about.
Yeah, let me tell you. Cruising from Barcelona, Spain, on the World Asia MSC, World Asia, they are offering good price.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's a really good price in 2027. World Asia comes out in 26, but we're going to hop on it in 2027 because we got a lot of things going on in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And the ports that they're going to, oh man, I could pull it up and tell you the price because I got it.
But in the meantime, the cruise nuts have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome in.
From far away.
Yeah, I know. From where far away?
Yeah. No,
These nuts.
I couldn't move when he said they were far away. They must be in Mexico.
I don't know. They're probably in Cozumel somewhere. Adventures with Uncle Dave says, I want to do San Juan in 2026.
I know.
I don't think they're in Mexico. I think they're in another island way further.
Oh, I need to put a tracker on there.
Look, Adventures with Uncle Dave, San Juan and the Saints Islands. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
We want to do all of them because Grenada.
Oh yeah, they even have a
Barbados.
Yeah,
I mean that's the ones that I want to do.
That's the one that from San Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the places. But then that World Asia, MSC.
Yep.
2027 in October. Check it out.
Yep. All right. Yes. Yeah, we're trying to keep y'all busy.
Yes.
And distracted from the
Texas.
Yes. From the Texas things that we have to go through. Like
This heat. But we're gonna let you go because Vicky has to be off in 30 minutes because she's only going to be on for 30 minutes. So we got to get people over there.
Yes.
Because see what we normally do, we normally for Vicky sign on and whatever.
Yeah.
But we would like to thank everybody for coming in and spending your morning with us. And we want to thank Eddie. And man.
Absolutely.
Yes. So hop on over to Vicky. Do this vacation.
Both. Yep. Texas and taxes.
All right.
Yep.
Wait.
And look, Kathy says that's why I cruise on the Epic from Puerto Rico to St. Kitts, St. Lucia, St. Croix, Barbados, Antigua, Martinique, and Tortola.
Yeah. That's what we want to do.
The Epic.
That's what he wants to do. But before we do that, maybe we can slide the Epic in. But because 2027, I want to be on the World Asia.
Mm-hmm. All righty, guys. Well, y'all take care of yourselves. Be sure to take care of each other. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And go on over to Vicky's show and let her know that we will be there shortly.
Yeah. I'll fix this time on that.
Okay. Eddie, thanks for joining us this morning and answering some questions. Yeah, from your first cruise till now, I know it's been a long journey, but we plan on doing the same thing going forward. Good morning, everybody. We love y'all. And from everybody over here, we love you. Good morning and have a great day on purpose. Bye, guys.
Bye, babies.